The so-called fake electors case back in court today. Attorneys arguing the charges against them should be thrown away.
As Steve Nielsen tells us today, it got political. What else would you expect? A lot of accusations thrown against the state. He's live outside of Superior Court tonight. Steve?
Yeah, let me boil down one of the key issues for you tonight that happened in court. Intent. When that document was signed claiming that Arizona's electoral votes should go to Donald Trump, was that just a backup plan in case if the court ruled in their favor, or was it a plan to subvert our election? A case moved to a larger courtroom. Jim Lehman's attorney argued the charge against his client should be thrown out.
It was a contingent slate. That is the whole point the state refuses to hear. It's like they put their hands over their ears and they don't want to hear it.
Lehman is one of several Arizona Republicans who cited documents sent to the vice president in 2020, claiming to be the Arizona state electors. They're now charged with fraud, along with several high-profile Republicans, former Trump chief of staff Mark Meadows and Rudy Giuliani among them. Lehman's attorney said there was an election deadline and the document had to be signed in case the court ordered a recount.
This was not some illegal scheme that was hatched behind some bar and grill. This was out in the open. It was understood. It was never hidden. This was the plan.
The state arguing the true intent was in the document.
If your whole point is I'm just sending this in because it is a contingency, and if I happen to win some legal challenge to the election that happened in Arizona, that is different than suing Vice President Pence to say, we've submitted these votes and you should accept them. So it is not just simply taking a concern to the court. It is part of a larger scheme to overturn the valid election results.
Giuliani's attorney arguing the indictment against his client is based on his words.
False statements in and of themselves are not, it's not a crime. It's not.
If Mr. Giuliani claimed there were 14,000 dead people and that was a lie,
yeah,
that's not a crime.
Exactly.
Then a political back and forth.
And this is a prosecution brought by a Democrat prosecutor, and they're trying to weave it together to manufacture a crime when there really is no crime here.
And I am not going to infuse, except if relevant, politics into these legal issues. That's why I'm in.
Now, as you can imagine, with well over a dozen defendants here, there's a lot of defense attorneys, a lot of people to hear from in all of these cases. So they didn't finish up today. They're going to be back in the courtroom tomorrow. By the way, the trial date was set today, though, January 5th, 2026, a year and a half out. And the prosecution expects the case to last 8 to 12 weeks with more than 80 witnesses. Reporting live, Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.